one of the hardest working members of parliament for the Jamaica Labour Party. A man whose work is on display here tonight as a part of the wider team of St. Catherine. South Central St. Catherine, who is the man? Who is the man? Let's welcome Dr. Andrew Wheatley.
Please turn up your bass to the max. Please just rewind, let me shake it to the max. 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 Please just rewind, let me shake it to the max.
Liberate! All the looking good! You know, I can tell you something. That this meeting in Spanish Town is easily the biggest meeting since we started campaigning, Baptist. I can tell you that. When we were in half a tree, people became fearful of the Jamaica Labour Party. They became fearful of the energy of the people of Jamaica. And I can say right here in Spanish Town, the first capital of Jamaica, Lord Laborites, gonna look good. You know, Laborites, I want to use this opportunity to share some truth. I was born in Spanish Town along with our leader, Andrew Holness. I was born on 2 Street. Andrew Holness lived on Cumberland Road. My mother worked in a betting shop on Cumberland Road. Both our mothers sat on the same bench at Barrack School, which is now Spanish Town Primary. But the message, Laborites, is not about where you come from, but where you want to go. And I can say it all started right here in Spanish Town for myself and our leader, Andrew Michael Holness. We never born with no teaspoon in our mouth. We worked hard and used education to propel ourselves. We are saying to every single Jamaican that you can attain anything you want once you put your minds to it. That labor rights is what separates us from the PNP. We are not a bunch of tapanaris. We are a bunch of people who want to see better things for Jamaicans and Jamaica. You know, labor rights, and I want to extend this message to Jamaica. You know, our colleague Darvaz always talk about bad mind. But what we have seen over the last couple of years, and in particular during this campaign, is that those guys on the other side full of bad mind. You know, they criticize our policies. When we come with a plan to advance the lives of Jamaicans, them criticize it. One man could not manage his portfolio to the extent that they robbed him. The minister then of national security was robbed. If him can't secure himself, or if he secure the rest of us. That is bad mind. And you know something, right? If you seek to represent people, you need to be loyal. That is something that those guys on the other side don't have a clue about. They have become what I call aliens, running from one constituency to another because they want power. You know, labor rights, the same man, Peter Bunting, and I call him by name, because we're not afraid of nobody in a Spanish town. You know, labor rights, while I'm not sure what he was doing in Portland that would have caused him to lose his firearm and then blame it on another youth, I can tell you something, labor rights. That man represented Central Manchester for a number of terms and was defeated by Rhodamoy Crawford and then run from the people in Central Manchester and now I look a seat in a South Manchester. If that is not disloyalty, what is disloyalty? You have a fake dread because a true Rasta no shame. You have a fake dread that was in East Rural St. Andrew. And you know, the irony of it is that he was pushed out by the PNP workers and supporters in that constituency. Yet, him run come St. Catherine and get a seat. But I know that brother here must have a backsliding waiting for him in Northwest St. Catherine.
Choose Jamaica. Vote for Labour.
Labour rights. And you know, Jamaicans, I want you to really analyze what I'm saying. You have a next man, Wickham McNeil, served many terms in Western Westmoreland. And all we know that Negril is a critical part of our tourism product. And he was Minister of Tourism for many years. Yet he was booted by the people of Western Westmoreland. And now him gone and Northern Trelawney and look at see. He was not even loyal to the PNP people that served him in Western Westmoreland for many terms. Now him gone and Northern Trelawney with two overweight to give him another backsided. But you know, Labour rights, You know, labor rights, there's another guy. I don't know what they call him, Satan or Dayton or Watan. I don't know if I want ton. Even my Chinese. But all I can tell you, labor rights, that man, born and raised in Northwest Center, served as member of parliament for 2 terms, was defeated by Crystal Lee and he run gone at East Valand. Those type of people that are not loyal cannot be allowed to take charge of the affairs of our country. Jamaica, we have over the last 9 years turned around the affairs of our country, and we cannot make any mistakes at this time by handing over the reins of power to those guys that are not loyal to you and to Jamaica. A good leader, a good member of parliament would stay with his or her people through thick times, through bad times, through good times. That is what we know in Spanish Town. That is what Jamaica wants. Loyalty to the end. Those guys, labor rights on the other side, will do anything for power. They will do anything for power. They will tell all the lies. But I can tell you this, gone are the days where they can fool the people. Jamaicans are sensible people right now. If any other time you could have fooled them, you can't fool us now. We know what is right for Jamaica. You know, labor rights, and you know, oftentimes I make reference to labor rights, but my message is beyond the labor rights alone. We as a people must recognize when someone come with gimmicks. You know, right now, we have been experiencing a serious or a significant decrease in crime and violence in our country. They were the ones that opposed every policy, every initiative of our government. And now, to date, if you could extrapolate, over 700 lives have been saved in Jamaica because we are managing crime and violence in our country. Labor rights, Jamaica. That every time they want to catch our vibes, they try to mimic the policies of the Jamaica. They will tear down every plan we have. In fact, those guys said that they're going to scrap the rural school bus system. They do not care about Jamaicans. They are just about opposing what is good for Jamaicans. All of a sudden, labor rights, they come with some policies that they want to do this to income tax. And when we ask them, how you going to do it? They say because the economy is growing under the Labour Party government, then they can extrapolate and project that they can come with a plan. Why would you want to change course? They are like the thieves in the night that don't put in the work, but they want to reap the fruit. They never plant no corn, but they want to reap the corn. They want to reap the barn. We don't want them to reap the barn because they never plant no corn. Jamaica, you have a responsible government. We are not coming on any platform to make promises that we cannot fulfill. In 2016, we came with 1.5. And when we got government, we realized that the budget that they passed was flawed because we were some $20 billion behind in revenue. But because we made that commitment, we stood by that and we initiated the 1.5. We will not come on the platform and make promises that are not real. We understand and appreciate the Jamaican people. You are not fools and we will not take you for fools. But those guys, because they are so desperate for power, they will make up any form of gimmicks. We don't want a clown like Damon Crawford come and make gimmicks about the real reality of Jamaicans. Whenever that young man go up on a stage, and I must say I'm disappointed. Chris, I must tell you this, you made a mistake. You made a grave mistake when you let him teach the people at UWI. You made a grave mistake because Christopher Tufton was the one that gave him the job at UWI to be a lecturer. And I said, Chris, that is the only mistake you have made in life. That man always say everybody does. He always say everybody does. But if he was that intelligent and sensible, he would have come to the people with serious arguments and not come on the stage like him a clown. Big man, we don't deal with that in a Spanish town.
Yes, so prosperity start.
You know, labor rights, I have a good friend, Alfred Dawes. And I said to Alfred, leave the politics thing alone. Because if you go a St. Catherine Eastern, Big Rob are going to destroy you. And I can tell you something. I have all the confidence that come September 3rd, Big Rob will send back home Dawes. But since we are in Portmore, there's a guy who used to reside in Northeast St. Elizabeth. And I want to tell you something, I don't know why the PNP run him from over there, but it could not be anything good. It could not be anything good. Another reject is now in East Central St. Catherine. Terry Long whopped him in 2020. And now he might get another backsliding in 2025. Him could have pushed down the woman them some more. Because obviously he no love woman. So labor rights, Jamaicans, I ask you, who can you trust the future of this country with? Who can you trust the future of your children and grandchildren with? Our politics is not about PNP or JLP. Our politics is about Jamaica. And that is why, laborers, we are choosing Jamaica. We are about Jamaica. And so when you hear them say, time come, yes, time come for us to choose Jamaica. Time come for us to choose the JLP. Time come to choose yourself as Jamaicans. Shower laborers.